First question for today: why were zebra fish chosen for the space experiment in the Shenzhou 18? Okay, so this you would have seen in news, but UPSC will not ask you technical detail. They'll ask you the concept behind it, like why zebra fish was chosen. They can survive without oxygen for longer periods. They are the only fish species that can reproduce in space. They can photosynthesize and produce oxygen in microgravity. They have a rapid life cycle and genetic similarity to humans. So this one, unless you have read about it or learnt about it from good sources, you will not be able to solve it. So here the answer is they have a rapid life cycle and genetics similar to humans. Okay, so Chinese mission Shenzhou 18, where scientists are trying to make a closed aquatic ecosystem during this mission, and they are doing very weird kind of experiments like this with different environment, different life cycles of different species and things and all. So this again, because it's a species related one, UPSC has special interest in it and they may ask you questions on this. Question number 2: which of the following statements about the new collective quantified goal, or MCQG, is correct? It sets a climate finance target of 1.3 trillion annually for developing nations by 2035. It replaces the previous 100 billion goal and triples the financial commitment for developing countries. The funds will be provided entirely as grants to ensure debt-free climate action. The agreement guarantees concessional loans with low or zero interest rate for recipient countries. So this again you should know, same like Paris Agreement and all you studied. This particular initiative of new collective quantified goal is there in the news and it will be asked. Okay, so here by eliminating options, it's a very easy question, because these extreme things, okay, like entirely as grants, guarantees loans, and then here 1.3 trillion annually and all, nobody is going to give. Okay, so these kind of three extreme statements, if you eliminate itself, you will get to the answer that it is B. It replaces the 100 billion goal and a new target of 300 billion, that is triple the amount, is there for developing countries by 2035. Okay, so here other statements and all we have given here. What is the fund? Like, it is not as like grants, it will be as loans, and there is no guarantee that concessional loans will be given. And COP29 climate finance agreement, in that outcome in Azerbaijan, this thing was established. And like this, every COP summit, okay, of the UNFCCC, which happens every year at the year end, it will happen in different locations. So that location is also important to you, and whether India has hosted it, that is important to you, and different climatic initiatives which is taken, that is also important to you. Okay, so here more details about that you can pause and read. The funding mechanism, global reactions, developing nations concerns, what is this biennial transparency reports, then the NDC, which every country has to submit, like what they will be committing, that we will finish this or we'll achieve this, that is there. And the next COP30 in November 2025 is in Belém, Brazil. Okay, so these are the important things needed, and whatever like this comes in newspaper, it would have been covered in detail in my daily notes PDF and in my monthly MCQ things, okay, MCQ magazines. Which of the following is not part of European Free Trade Association? Okay, so Iceland, Sweden, Norway, and Liechtenstein. So this one again can be tricky, because you don't usually prepare all the European related bodies and all, but here you have to know that in this group only 4 members are there, and it is the same acronym only, NILS, but instead of Sweden it is Switzerland. Okay, NILS, Sweden is wrong answer, it is Switzerland. Okay, it's established in 1960, headquarters is in Switzerland. To promote free trade and economic integration among these member states, they have made this. So it's not like a political union, it's kind of a trade union. Okay, so that versus EU is also given. It is not actually part of the EU, but they have trade agreements and relationship with each other. And 3 countries, that is Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway, are part of the European Economic Area also, which is EEA, which allows them to participate in the EU's single market. Switzerland is not in the EEA, like I told, but has bilateral agreement directly with the EU. Okay, so here 2-3 bodies you are learning. One is EFTA, one is EEA, and one is the European Union, which is there. Okay. Question number 4. Amygdala is a small almond-shaped structure located deep within the temporal lobe of brain. What nickname is often given to this thing due to its evolutionary role? Is it called monkey brain, digital brain, lizard brain, or speech brain? So this also in the newspapers, it has been repeatedly there in different science articles. That is why it is asked. So before going to the answer, if you need, especially like science, environment, geography and all, the subject related PDF which will have lifetime validity and you can study it once or keep it with you once and use it for lifetime, this is going to be a game changer. Okay, this will give you all the questions of all the subjects, and this is going to be useful for any competitive exam you give in this country. Okay, almost every big textbook of this country is referred, every newspaper is referred, and these things are compiled. So if you need this for 2025 prelims, this offer is there this week and you can get it and then study from this thing for this year, and in case you couldn't clear, you can use it for the next year as well. So here it's called lizard brain. So this thing, if you see, it plays a role in emotion processing, fear response, memory and social behavior. So it's called a lizard brain because of its fear processing and threat detection capabilities and all. And here if you see, the brain related more information is given here, like it revolutionizes your anxiety, depression, that kind of treatments and all, but that much detailing UPSC exam won't go, but maybe other exams may go. So here this technical name alone, because UPSC asks this kind of name specific thing, we have given here. What is the primary objective of Proba 3 mission scheduled for December launch? Okay, so this will be in our November or December magazine, this question. That is why it's given like this. Okay, so to observe and analyze the Earth's atmosphere, to study the sun's corona using 2 satellites, to map the lunar surface for potential human settlement, to track space debris in low Earth orbit. So if you at least read once anything about this mission, you will be able to solve it, because all 4 options are different kind of options. Okay. So it is to study the sun's corona using 2 satellites. So India's Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, or PSLV, will launch Proba 3 on December 4, and is the first mission to fly 2 satellites in parallel formation for extended period. It will study the solar corona, that is the outer atmosphere of corona and of the sun, and one equipped with coronagraph, another with the occulter. Okay, these are the 2 satellites which will be there, and 150-meter distance will be there. It will be flying together for 6 hours daily. Laser based positioning system is there. These are all the technical details of it. It will be launched in an elliptical orbit 600 kilometer to 60,000 kilometer above Earth. Okay, so using 2 satellites instead of 1 allows for larger and more advanced instruments. Okay, it has a coronagraph, it has an occulter. Occulter is something, that device that blocks bright light and glare from the celestial object. Okay, so this Proba 3 mission also repeatedly was in news because it's launching this year. So it tried to study all these missions, all the defense exercises, all the military things, which will be in detail covered in our notes and magazines. Okay, so daily notes PDF of current affair, monthly MCQ test PDF of current affair is also one of the best seller this year, more than subject test PDF. I think people are buying this because subjects, almost all of you would have enrolled to a proper test series, but current affair of this high quality you will not get anywhere else, or any other magazine which you refer will not be sufficient. Okay, because that much detailing is there. If you want free samples, you can come and ask in WhatsApp. I'll give you free samples of like 10 days, 15 days I can give you, and you can enroll it for 17 months. Okay, 17 months is like 500 days till your 2026 prelims. It will be given to you on a daily basis. Okay, it's not like a weekly or monthly. Daily you will get PDF from me if you enroll to this package. Okay, so I'll come up with the next episode.